special programs. Keeping in mind Swami Vivekananda's man-making and character-building education, special programs for the youth are planned to inculcate higher human values in various ways. Setting up of counseling cells for youth, organizing youth camps, conducting competitions at state, regional and national levels, and also organizing value education orientation programs for professionals, teachers and students are some activities that are included in these programs. Ramakrishna Mission Centers at Pune, Kaladi, Vadodara, Trivandrum, Chennai, Khetri, New Delhi, Vijayawada, Puri and Cherrapunji conducted competitions for youth and distributed prizes in a befitting manner by arranging grand functions and inviting eminent personalities from different fields. Regional level competitions on elocution, debate, essay and quiz were conducted in the New Delhi Centre covering Haryana, a part of UP and Delhi Union, and at Ranchi, Moradabadi Centre covering Jharkhand, Bihar and Chhattisgarh. It is also being conducted at the Lucknow Centre covering part of UP, MP and Uttarakhand. State-level youth camps have been organized in Pune, Kaladi, Calicut, Lucknow, Vadodara, Coimbatore and Trivandrum, including at Cherrapunji in 7 states where it is being organized.
Om Stabhagaya Dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarubine Avadara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya De Namah Ramakrishnaya De Namah Avadara Varishtanam Shri Krishnane Atmiya Devanai Puja Chedu Atmiya Devanai Puja Chedu
Value education for professionals on medical ethics and holistic nursing was organized by the Lucknow Centre. Ramakrishna Mission Vidyalaya, Coimbatore, a major educational centre of Ramakrishna Mission educational institutions, conducted a state-level youth convention.
There is power, but undisciplined power is just waste. But the same power, when it is disciplined, becomes a source of tremendous strength. Much can be done through disciplined power. Undisciplined power is dissipating yourself. But a disciplined power means that you have found a way in which you can channel your energies, channel your time, channel yourself, your life, and gain much more greater things than you would have got otherwise.
Swami Vivekananda குரல் கொடுக்கிறார். என்னுடைய வீர இளைஞர்களே, உத்தம குணம் வாய்ந்த நல்லோர்களே, செயல் புரியத் தொடங்குங்கள். தூங்கினது போதும், கண்ணை துயின்று அவமே காலத்தை போக்காதே. விண்ணுக்கு ஒரு மருந்தை வேத விழுப்பொருளை கண்ணுக்கினியானை பாடி கசிந்து உள்ளம் உள்ளக்கு நின்றுகையாம் மாட்டோம் நீயே வந்து எண்ணி குறையில் துயிலேயோர் எம்பாவாய். தூங்கி தூங்கி பொழுதை கடித்துக் கொண்டது போதும், இனித்தான் எழுந்திராய். இதென்ன பேருறக்கம், அனைத்தில்லத்தாரும் அறிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். தூங்குகிறது போதும்.
Dear friends, every youth of our nation who are assembled here, including you, is indeed greatest resource on the earth, above the earth and under the earth. India has 600 million youths. Very rarely nations are blessed with such a powerful resource. Your youth resource will become more and more useful. Make a change to our nation only when youth transform into unique and a unique you. If you want to become a unique personality of this nation, for the world, in this nation, you must have the four great qualities of having a great aim, continuously acquiring the knowledge, and then sweat, and then perseverance. On the occasion, on the 150th birthday anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, in 2012, I decide and promise I will work to become unique personality.
कि स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने जिस देश को जागरण देने के लिए और जिसको इस आह्वान के साथ में खड़ा करने के लिए अपना पूरा जीवन लगाया कि उठो, जागो और जब तक लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति नहीं हो जाए तब तक बिल्कुल मत रुको। तो ये अपने आप में एक जीवंत राष्ट्र के लिए उनका पैगाम था। और जिस वक्त आज़ादी का जंग लड़ा जा रहा था और साथ में ये भी जो है ना एक काम चल रहा था, इन दोनों को मिला करके देश में एक क्रांति का जो है ना माहौल आया। जरूरत है एक स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के आदर्शों को धरती पर उतारने की। अगर वो धरती पर उतरते हैं और हर इंसान भारतवासी हर एक उनको अपना करके आगे चलता है तो मैं समझती हूँ कि हम बहुत कुछ अपने देश के हालात के आज हमें गर्व है इस बात का।
Value education. The Advaita Ashrama has brought out value education books in English. The Advaita Ashrama has brought out value education books in Hindi. Ramakrishna Mission, Bhubaneswar, has brought out value education books in Odia. Value education books in Gujarati have been printed and distributed by the Rajkot Center. Cultural programs. Under cultural programs called the Vivek Charcha, seminars on religious harmony and interfaith harmony at international, national, regional and state levels, publication of brochures on major religions, classical music, tribal and folk culture and exhibition on national integration are also featured in this program. Under cultural activities, state-level seminars were conducted at Agartala, Asansol, Pune, Vadodara, Kishanpur and Ranchi Morabadi to take back the people to their cultural roots, give them a sense of oneness and rouse in them spirit of national integrity. Interfaith dialogues were organized successfully at Madurai, Ponnampet, Mumbai and Port Blair centers.
Religion is one of the major factors, interplaying with many others. It interplays with economics, it interplays with culture, it even interplays with technology to determine the overall environment in the world. One does not pay much attention to the other external factors of religion. We focus on discussing the internal content of all religions.
ইসলাম বিশেষ কোনো সম্প্রদায়ের নয়। এটা আমাদের ইতিহাসে আমাদেরকে পড়ানো হয় যে ইসলাম হচ্ছে একটা সাম্প্রদায়িক ধর্ম, সম্প্রদায়ের ধর্ম। কখনোই বলা হয়নি। ইতিহাসে এটাও বলা হয় মুসলমানদের ধর্মগ্রন্থের নাম কোরআন। কোরআন কখনো এই স্বীকৃতি দেয়নি। এই ইতিহাসগুলো মুছে ফেলা দরকার। মানুষের ধর্মের নাম ইসলাম। মানুষের ধর্ম যা সংস্কৃতিতে ধর্ম হয়েছে, আরবিতে তাকে বলা হয়েছে দ্বীন, কারণ দুটো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ আলাদা। আপনি জল বললেন, আমি পানি বললাম।
Interfaith harmony can be achieved through evolution of a global ethic that balances our interests with others. As Jesus said, "Do unto others what you would that they should do unto you, and love your neighbor as yourself." No harmony can exist in an inequitous situation. We need spiritual regeneration of our society. Ritualistic religiosity can be used to bolster a selfish way of life and promote an escapist outlook in people. Spirituality, on the other hand, confronts us with the discipline of the due balance between love for self and love for others. Our devotion to God entails the duty to love our fellow human beings no matter who they are. I end my presentation with the following thought: that changing the face can change nothing, but facing the change can change everything. Thank you.
Hindu religion is mainly mystical. Other religions also, Christian mysticism, highly advanced Christian mysticism that developed. Islamic mysticism known as Sufism is very much advanced. So when you come to mysticism, you find a lot of common ground. So harmony of religions is automatically it becomes a matter of fact when you come to spirituality. So spirituality, the rise of spirituality and the coming together of the rise of a new generation of enlightened youth. This is now going to be the future. There in the future you can see the harmony of religions will be a more acceptable and maybe a common as the present day the conflict and the misunderstanding about the religion. This is what we all hope.
The Swami Vivekananda हमको आपको सबको आश्वासन दिया, जो ये लोगों का सेवा करेगा, जो ये लोगों का उन्नयन के लिए काम करते रहेगा, स्वामी जी आके हाथ पकड़ के उनको ले जाएंगे साथ। देश का निर्माण हमें पूरी मेहनत से और लगातार करते रहना है
और उसके लिए एक आत्मसम्मान की बोध होना आवश्यक है। वो आत्मसम्मान क्या है? वो आत्मसम्मान है कि हम जो भी कुछ काम करें उसमें कोई ऐसा नहीं कह सके कि इस काम में कुछ खामी रह गई थी। हम पूरे दिल से, पूरे मेहनत से और पूरी जागरूकता के साथ में हम काम करें। हम ऐसा काम करें कि हमारे साथ में और दूसरे आदमी हम एक साथ आ जाए।
Print media. As part of the celebrations, a number of books are being published under print media. The short life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda has been printed by the branch centers and published by Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, Belur Mutt. The Advaita Ashrama printed and distributed 5 titles in English. The Advaita Ashrama printed and distributed 1 title in Hindi. The Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture printed and distributed 2 titles in Bengali. The Rajkot Ashrama printed and distributed 2 titles in Gujarati. The Nagpur Mutt printed and distributed 2 titles in Hindi. The Mysore Ashrama printed and distributed 3 titles in Kannada. The Thrissur Mutt printed and distributed a title in Malayalam on the life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Ramakrishna Mutt, Bhubaneswar, printed and distributed a title in Odia on the life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. The Pune Mutt printed and distributed a Marathi title on life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. The Ramakrishna Mutt at Hyderabad printed and distributed 3 titles in Telugu and 1 title in Urdu. Further, the Ramakrishna Mutt, Hyderabad, printed books in Adi, Konkani and Gujarati, and they were distributed by the Alo, Mangalore and Rajkot centers. In Tamil, 2 titles were printed and distributed by the Ramakrishna Mutt, Chennai.
Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission is celebrating Swami Vivekananda's 150th birth anniversary in a very grand scale throughout India and also abroad. As a part of this unique celebration, we are releasing books on Swami Vivekananda's life and teachings in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam. These books are highly subsidized and made available by the grant from the government of India.
ఈ కాలంలో ఉండే స్ట్రెస్, టెన్షన్, యాంగ్జైటీ నుంచి మనం ఒక మందు పొందేలాగా, మందు తీసుకునేలాగా సహాయం. లైఫ్ అండ్ టీచింగ్స్ అనేది Kannada, Malayalam and Telugu data.
India was conceived by great souls, and among the first of the great souls, I would say among the first few, was not only Ram Mohan Roy, but Swami Vivekananda. While others went on literature and many other facets of expression, Swamiji's vision was very clear, the way I understand it. He conceived of unity of India when none existed. It was just a dream. He traversed India as if it was one country, ignoring the political, cultural, religious, linguistic barriers. That was his first mission, to arouse the soul of India, to conceive of an India that did not exist except in the history books. Even the history books had not conceived of India in terms of that continuity. But here was a man who could see from the fragments the rising of a nation. And then he knew that this nation had not slavery as part of its lot, but a huge amount of reservoir of latent energy amongst its youth. This reservoir, this treasure of energy needed to be released. So he appealed to the youth. These are the two cardinal principles on which Swamiji moved. And this celebration today is that of that great soul in his mission for uniting India, for bringing India into a reality, and for the eternal appeal.
Our Honorable Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh, he wrote a letter to the General Secretary, my predecessor, Prabhananda. There he has mentioned one sentence about Swami Vivekananda, the tallest personality of the tallest leader of the age. And another word he used that he has mentioned about Swamiji's Chicago address. The Chicago address is nothing but a turning point in the history of India. So Swamiji made many important contributions to the creation of modern India. He roused the sleeping soul of India. He infused in the hearts of Indians faith in themselves and pride in their culture. He traveled all over India and created a sense of cultural unity among Indians. He was the first religious leader in modern times to speak for the poor masses of India and make service to the poor a national obligation. Although Swamiji was a great patriot, he was not limited by patriotism. He opened his heart to the whole humanity.
It gives me great pleasure to associate with the 150th birth anniversary celebrations of Swami Vivekananda, so thoughtfully organized by the mission in Mumbai and all over the country. Swami Vivekananda was the best cultural ambassador India has ever had. When he came on the national scene, Indian society was steeped in poverty ignorance, blind faith and superstition. Swami Vivekananda changed the whole perception of India, not only in the eyes of the world, but also in the eyes of the Indians themselves. He reminded the people of India of their great cultural heritage. He resorted in them self-esteem. He asserted that India has the potential to become the spiritual teacher of the world and Jagat Guru. The thoughts of Swami Vivekananda are more relevant today than ever in the past, and therefore it is only appropriate. The books containing his thoughts are being published today for distribution to the youth. I appeal the students and youths to read at least one book containing the thoughts of Swami Vivekananda. Even now, I used to read one page about Vivekananda's speeches and all that. One page a day.
पुणी थे ये अनुष्ठान मत किसी कहवाई सुजोग मिली एवं जो कथा जो अनुरोध रखिंट विवेकानंद पाठ्यपुस्तक किसी से विषय किसी विवेकानंद विषय रहा आवश्यक किभली भाव में रखा ये विषय में डॉक्टर अरविंद बेहरा संगे आलोचना करूँ मुझे निश्चित रूपे कहीपे गणशिक्षा विभाग तरफ अत्यंत खुशी है जदि विवेकानंद कौन विषय वस्तु रही पार गणशिक्षा विभाग का पाठ्य पुस्तक है।
क्योंकि वे विदेश में गए थे, विदेशी लोगों के साथ रहते थे, तो उसकी आलोचना उनको सहनी पड़ी। तो आज ये जो ग्लोबल विलेज की जो हम कल्पना नहीं या एक यथार्थ हमारे सामने है, यह स्वामी जी ने ही इसका शुभारंभ किया। और इस ग्लोबल विलेज का आज का जो युवक है उसका हमसे निवासी बन गया। आज आप यदि देखें तो कोई भी शिक्षित परिवार ऐसा नहीं मिलेगा जिसके सदस्य देश विदेश में न फैले। फिर भी हमें ऐसा नहीं लगता कि कोई हमारा परिचित बहुत दूर है। हमें ऐसा लगता है सब समय हम उसके साथ हमारा संपर्क जुड़ा हुआ है।
Swamiji's main concern is man, man, man. He again wrote, not with the gods in the heaven, not with any other things which we do not see, any unnatural or supernatural things. His concern is this main of this art and how to elevate the masses in all the spheres, in religious spheres, in intellectual spheres, or in mental spheres, even in the physics side also.
Electronic Media Project. In the Electronic Media Project, a feature film on Swamiji is being produced by the National Film Development Corporation in association with the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture under the guidance of the Screening Committee of the Ministry of Culture. Multimedia video audio DVDs on education and personality development based on Swamiji's works are also produced.
Strength is goodness. Weakness is sin. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually and spiritually, reject it as poison. The Upanishads of ancient India are great mines of strength. It is the only literature in the world where one can find the word abhi, fearless, used again and again. The whole world can be vivified, made strong and energized through them. Freedom, physical freedom, mental freedom and spiritual freedom are the watchwords of the Upanishads. Alexander the Great, standing on the banks of the Indus, saw a sannyasin. Astonished at his wisdom, he tempted the sannyasin with gold and honor to come to Greece. The sannyasin smiled and refused. The emperor in his authority said, "I will kill you if you don't come." The sannyasin burst into a laugh and said, "You never told such a falsehood in your life as you tell just now. Who can kill me? For I am spirit, unborn and undecaying." That is strength. Never allow weakness to overtake your mind. Worship the great men like Sri Ramachandra, Sri Krishna, Mahavira as ideals. Remember the Divine Mother and you will see that all weakness, all cowardice will vanish at once. If we are to rise again, we shall have to do it by spreading education among the masses. If the poor boy cannot come to education, education must go to him.
Animated films for children depicting the life and teachings of Swamiji and 3 or 4 national leaders are in the process of production and will be released very soon.